welcome to the Adam Bursztein Contract to Close podcast. Adam, how are you today?
I'm doing excellent as always, sir. Nice to see you.
Hey, great to see you too. We just hit March, and as we discussed in our last episode, there's no real traditional spring market in South Florida because it's always winter. But let's say you're someone who is getting ready to sell their first home. Most often, a first-time home buyer is going to be someone who used a relative or a friend of a friend. But as they're going to make that next purchase, they might be a little bit more diligent and patient with picking the brokerage and then ultimately picking the realtor that they want to work with. Why should a client select Compass as a whole?
It's the probably the most forward-thinking, technology-savvy real estate company to date. It's a young company compared to some of the giants like Coldwell Banker or One Sotheby's, but it's definitely a leader. We're not in every market, so Compass may not be in everybody's market. I think we're like in maybe the top 10 right now, which they consider New York, California, Boston, Chicago, Florida, and Texas. I think there's a few places, off the top of my head. So I used to own my own brokerage with my mom for about 20 years. Compass came to us and said, hey, do you want to close your brokerage and open up something in Aventura where we're at to help grow the Compass brand? And we jumped on it immediately when we saw their technology and what they can do for marketing as well.
So the marketing side from the tech standpoint is really different than, a brokerage that's been around for 20 and 30 years. They're still trying to figure that stuff out.
Yeah, we're very blessed to have a CEO and Robert Refkin, who's a young guy. And then he hired a CEO or an engineer, I should say, of Twitter. They started this company. So we've got this great tech support. Robert's mother is still an active real estate agent in New York. So it's a great real estate technology marriage. I think they call Compass, for good or for bad, the Amazon of real estate, meaning that we're really into the technology aspect.
Okay, let's drill down a little bit further. Why should a client select Equity Advisor Team?
First and foremost, we're 20 years plus in the business. I've got 20 years. My mom has, who's my partner, Perla. She has almost probably 30 years of experience. I'm a local and a native to South Florida. I mean, as far as numbers, we close over 25 million a year in residential. Plus we do commercial real estate, maybe around the same level. So we can do both residential, commercial. We manage properties for most of our customers are second homes or relocation to South Florida. So you get a good pair. You get two realtors or two brokers for the price of one.
And you mentioned this just a moment ago. What was the reason, or what was the reasoning behind you joining Compass when they reached out to you?
When I saw, honestly, their technology for marketing and as a broker myself, doing all the hats that it takes to run a brokerage, marketing needs to be fast and you need to be able to adapt. And when you run a brokerage, you're farming out a lot of those things to other companies, and the turnaround time can be very long. So when I sat down with Compass with my laptop and they showed me their technology, I can create a postcard in like less than 10 minutes and pick a radius and send it out, or I can go social, or I can print it at my desk, or I can do a bulk email blast. So just those 5 things I just said can all be accomplished in less than probably 45 minutes. That would probably take a normal brokerage maybe a week or 10 days or longer to accomplish.
You mentioned that Compass isn't in every market in the U.S. are growing, however. Is Compass a good fit for a brand new agent, or is it more for veteran agents that are being recruited to help grow their company?
Yeah, it's definitely suited more for a veteran agent. The reason why I say that is you have to make, in the world of real estate, according to Compass, $100,000 in gross commission earned. So you have to make $100,000 in commission to be considered to work for Compass. So then you fill out your application. It's different than any other brokerage where they'll take everybody that they can. Compass is like they're putting their hand up a little bit and doing things a little bit differently from the agent perspective.
Now, would you hire a new agent at Equity Advisor team, or are you kind of set in the Compass rule of 100K minimum?
I kind of take a hybrid approach to that. So Equity Advisor team is a flag, right? I'm a team principal underneath Compass. I was hired or brought into their network, however you want to call it, to continue to do great real estate for my customers and everybody, but also to help build a team and recruit. So I'm what they call a team principal. And my job is recruiting. It's also selling. It's also marketing. So to go back to the recruiting side, I like people that are in the business for a couple of years already, who've kind of like gone through it and figure that they want to do this, and kind of they're not so wet behind the ears in that respect. So somebody that's been in the business for 3 to 5 years is like a good one for me. Regardless if they're doing 100,000 or less, I can bring them onto my team because my goals are much bigger and they're already met, right? So I'm able to recruit. And then I can also look for agents that are doing $100,000 a year or more, that are just feeling stagnant or they need direction. I just met with a great lady the other day. Honestly, she does $800,000 in gross commission earned, and looks like she's going to join my team because she's at a certain point where she wants more. She wants to be like us on YouTube or doing things on Instagram, and and help grow her gross commission earned, right? So that's my job. I'm here as now a teacher and a facilitator to help other people. So I'm super proud of that.
What are some questions that you like to ask during that interview process?
I asked very random questions. There's always the ones that are like real estate specific. How many transactions do you do a year? What's your average selling price? Those things are less important to me than what is your daily routine? What are you doing? Do you have another source of income? What brought you into this business? I approach it in a different respect. And then I actually like sit down and kind of dive a little deeper, where I'll say, hey, what are your strong suits? Oh, I'm a social media person. Great. We're going to focus that around your sphere of influence, let's say, right? And then, I personally like to cold call. I'm a little old school, right? So if somebody likes to cold call, I'll teach them how to cold call. And I just kind of like cater to my agents. And I shouldn't say I'm selective on who comes on my team, because my team is a reflection of me and my mom and Compass. So it has to be on brand, and they have to be willing to learn just like me every single day.
What's something that a potential new hire might reveal during the interview process, like beyond something that's very egregious, that they're going to say to you that is going to be a red flag, that you're going to think, oh, I actually don't want to spend the next 3 to 4 years with this person on my team?
Somebody who sees the smaller picture in things. I'm a big picture guy. I always look at the big picture. So I own other businesses where I'm a manager and an operations guy in my daily life. I hire and unfortunately fire and train for the last 20 years, let's say, almost, so there could be a lot of little red flags that are just subconscious to me or something, but it's more about somebody's drive, work ethic, moral ability. I can teach real estate. I just can't teach those like quality fundamentals of a good person.
What are some things that you are, specifically looking for? So we kind of already talked about, all right, we know that this is going to be a turnoff for you to hire, but what is someone going to say to you, like, all right, that's definitely someone that I want to bring on the team?
Somebody who has a willingness to learn, no matter how many years they've been in the business. And then the other more important part, more to what I'm trying to accomplish, is I can pull somebody in anywhere. Like I'm in Davie, but my office is in Aventura, but I have agents in Palm Beach and down to Kendall, right? So it depends. I do a lot of lead generation, and depending on where those leads come, I like to have a little bit of a vast network of agents. So you don't have to come to the office every day, but you have to manage the leads that I'm giving you. That's different. You see, a lot of people don't give leads. I acquire a lot of leads, and I need help with that part. So I bring in good agents who want to work the leads. That's the most important thing, probably.
What sort of support beyond, you mentioned marketing being better than other brokerages? You just mentioned that as a team leader, you're giving out leads. What other things support-wise can potential new equity advisor team member expect from you?
Well, I mean, what you get from me is I work pretty much 6 or 7 days a week, I should say. Still, you'll always have a coach, you'll always have a place to go, and you'll always have a mentor to be able to guide you along the way. But being underneath the Compass umbrella is very exciting, because not only do we have the help, the marketing, we have a team behind us of just from everything from tech to marketing, and then probably the exciting part about Compass is we have a Compass Concierge program, which basically allows us to go to homeowners. No other real estate company is doing this, and saying, hey, let's say your house might be worth $700,000, and you think it's worth $750,000, right? So, but we know it needs paint, maybe some bathroom, maybe a little landscaping. Compass will basically front you up to $15,000 or $20,000 if you have the equity in your house, and at closing, no interest, no catches. They'll take whatever money you use. So it's a tool to help us. And then the other one is, once again, with Compass is our, it's like a bridge loan program. So if you're selling with us and you need to purchase another home, that's always a tricky part of the transaction. They act in the middle as an intermediary with a bridge loan situation. So, I mean, just those two things from a seller's perspective is huge. And then when you're a buyer and you work with Compass, we have an internal network that we can farm off-market deals.
So that Compass Concierge and then the bridge loan, that's a benefit for not only the agent in terms of winning business, but then also the client who gets to take advantage of those services.
Yeah, it's a very unique program that our job as real estate guys, brokers, and ladies is to go and get listings, right? So when I'm farming for listings, it's a great tool to separate ourselves from the competition. And there's not another company that's offering that right now that I know of,
What is your hiring strategy like right now? Are you reaching out to folks? Are you waiting for them to come to you?
No, I'm always recruiting. Every agent I meet, if they're not on a team, I hand them my business card. I say, hey, where are you? Who do you work for? Why do you work for them? How long have you been in the business? Those are my key open questions while I'm showing property. And then I tell them a little about what I do, what I've been in the business. If they're open to it, I give them my card. I say, hey, if you're ever interested, come talk to me. And then, that's how I do it.
Given what's happened over the last year and we're spending less and less time in the office, are you worried about bringing someone to the team whose personality might clash with another employee simply based on the fact that you guys might not interact with people as much as we used to?
No, I mean, in the real estate world, either you want to work on a team or you want to be a single agent, right? So I used to own my own brokerage. I did not have a team because I didn't do that Keller Williams team strategy. Everybody was just agents with my company, and personalities didn't clash because most agents don't come to the office regardless. It was just a place to, hang your hat, so to speak. So I never worry about that. But now we're in a team building, so my mindset is different. We're looking for buyer's agents, we're looking for listing agents, we're looking for inside sales agents. So hey, if you don't want to work out in the streets, come sit down in our office and help us manage other associates. So if that sounds exciting, that's an option. It's an opportunity as well.
What does the next 5 to 10 years look like for Equity Advisor Team?
Growth, fun, and just lots of growth. We're very blessed and fortunate to be in South Florida. That is the hottest place in the world right now, I believe. Sales are just astronomical, and that's in single family homes. So sky's the limit for South Florida and for Adam Bursztein and the Equity Advisor Team, and anybody that wants to join this, growing culture, family.
Well, Adam, any agents that want to learn more about you and what you do, as well as clients who start thinking about making a move, can listen to this episode and past episodes on YouTube by searching for Adam Bursztein Contract to Close Podcast. How can they connect with you directly?
You can always call me or text me on my cell phone, 305-409-7556. That's my only phone number for the last 25 years. Obviously, you can go to equityadvisorteam.com at the top of the page. Go to my YouTube, like and subscribe. Go to Equity Advisor Team on Instagram, so you can find me. That's how we do it.
Adam, we'll reach out again soon. Talk to you next week.
Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure.